Welcome to ITS Dispatch, creating a load. You can create two different types of loads within ITS Dispatch. The first choice is a new pending load. The new pending load will allow you to save it at any given time during the process of creating it. The second choice is your new active load. A new active load will generate a load number as soon as you save it, but you must save all the information and update all the information at the beginning. So I recommend that you, as a new user, start by using the new pending load, which will turn into an active load. To do so, we'll now select the new pending load. And at this point here, if you were to get interrupted, you could simply hit save. And you'll now notice on your dispatch board, you have a load called NA. This is the load that we just saved. It will stay as an NA load until we complete filling out the whole complete load edit page. At that point, we will change the status from pending to open, and at that point, the load number will be assigned. So to create this order, you will go to the upper left-hand corner and enter the customer that you are billing. In this case, we will type in the first letter for Rona. R will appear, and the drop-down window will bring up all of your customers that meet that criteria. Simply choose your customer from the drop-down window. If by any chance your customer is not within ITS Dispatch, you can then at this point select the green plus sign, which will open up the Add Customer window, and you can add the customer at this time. This is a second way of how to add customers into the database. It is exactly the same format as what exists under Administration and Customers. Once you've added the customer, simply save the information and then add it to this load. Once the customer has been added, then you will make sure that the dispatcher's name is correct and the sales rep. In this case, we will choose bills. Okay. Again, the load status will stay as pending until we complete the order. If you have a order number from your customer, you will now enter it in this box marked WO. In this case, we will enter 1234. If you have any extra information, such as seal numbers or cargo numbers or anything like that that you'd like to add to this order, simply click on the pencil directly beside WO, and it will open up the additional window. At this point, you will go to under the other numbers, select the information that you want to add. In this case, we will add the cart number. You will put in the number for the cart in the value box. Then you have a choice of where you want this information to be printed: on your customer confirmation, on your bill lading, on your rate confirmation, on your invoice, on your driver pay, on your carrier pay, or even on your sales rep pay. Once you've done and filled out all the information correctly, simply hit OK, and then it will take you back to the load edit page. At this point, if you get interrupted, you can simply again save the information. It will then be updated within ITS Dispatch. Again, opening up the load, we will then proceed and add the rate that we are charging our customer. In this case, it will be a basic line haul rate of $1,750 with no charges for picks and drops and a fuel surcharge of 10%. Simply click the box for percent and add under FSC the rate that you want to charge, 10%. You notice that the system automatically calculates the rate for you and adds it into the total rate. If you have any extra charges or waiting time, you will enter those under the other charges option, which is the blue $ beside the other charges, and this will open the other charges window. In here you will record all the other charges that you are going to bill back to your customer. If, on the other hand, your customer gives you an advance, simply click on the Advance tab and record any advance that you received from your customer. Once the information is filled in, simply hit OK, and that will update the file for you. The next line down, we will leave the carrier's name blank at this moment. We'll just call it assign later. Then we will proceed down to the shipper. This is the location where we are picking up the order. It works exactly the same as your customer information. If it already exists within the database, simply type in the first letter and it will be automatically recalled. If it does not, again, simply click on the green plus sign beside shipper. This will allow you to add the information into your shipper profile. Please make sure that you enter the correct dates and times of both your pickup and your delivery, because ITS Dispatch will sort the load in the appropriate order. So we'll make sure that this load is picking up on the 10:25 at 6 a.m. Description can be as brief or as much detail as you wish. In this case, we'll make it very brief, just some goods. Okay, we'll go over to type, put in a trailer load. If it was an LTL load, you could use LTL or enter pallets or anything like that. And then under quantity, obviously you'll enter the number. In this case, it will be simply 1 because it's being marked as 1 truckload. But if you had pallets, you'd record the number of pallets under type and the quantity under here. If you wish, you can add the weight of the load. Any shipping notes would be added at this point, and they will appear on the rate and load confirmation. Also, you will add the PO number if you have one. And if it is a cross-border shipment, select the green plus sign beside custom broker and add the broker at this point. Proceeding down to consignee, this represents the delivery point. Again, you will type in the first letter of the consignee and it will automatically recall the information for you from your database. If again it does not exist, simply click on the green plus sign and it will allow you to add it into the consignee database. Again, it's exactly the same as what you saw before under the administration under consignee. Again, it will populate both your customer name, your full address. Okay. Make sure that you correct the dates so that it gets routed correctly, and any time if required. You'll notice that the description, type, and quantity were pulled down from the shipper's profile. At this time, I can change the status from pending to open and save. The system will let you know if there's any information that is required before it will allow you to proceed. In this case, we have equipment type. Simply close this window, go to equipment type, which is in line 3. Select the equipment that's required for this load, and again, select save. You'll notice now that the load has been saved and a load number has been assigned to it. At this point, you can go into the order, add your carrier to it, their fee. So let's add a carrier. We'll go and select carrier fee. And here you will record what you're going to pay your carrier on this load, which is $1,600. You can also break it down if you wish. If you're giving your carrier an advance, also record it under the Advances tab. Once all the information is complete, say OK. You'll notice you're making a 17% profit on this load. And now to create a rate and load confirmation so that you can send it to your external carrier, simply click on the print button in the bottom right-hand corner. You'll get a pop-up saying, do you want to open or save? We want to open it. And your rate and load confirmation will be created. It will contain all the information that that carrier will need to pick up that load and deliver it on your behalf. You notice on the rate and load confirmation there is also a place for the carrier to sign it and send it back to you, both with the driver's name, cell phone number, truck, and trailer number. Okay. So at this point, you'll simply hit save and mark the load as dispatched, assuming you have your driver under it. That is how to create a load and rate confirmation for yourselves.